Welcome, fellow Clashers, to an unusual episode of Clash of Clans Attacks. I've entitled this one Clash vs. Clash, although you might as well just call it Galarant 1.0. And before I go any further, let's just stop and admit, this is a public relations nightmare. This is not gone over well. This was not handled properly, and maybe it's because of the way Supercell is set up and the teams behind the games, and we'll get to that in a minute. But there is no arguing. This Town Hall 11 update has been the worst received update in the history of Clash of Clans. You've got trophy hunters that are upset. You've got farmers that are upset. You've got war players that are upset. And here's the thing. There has been pretty much zero feedback from Supercell to the players about all of these complaints. And talk about adding fuel to the fire. I've seen some of these boilerplate customer service responses to players, and some of those even just make things seem worse than they are. Now, of course, we haven't heard anything as far as maybe loot rebalancing, anything having to do with trophy hunting. War players have been waiting forever for one giant change in war that just doesn't seem to come. So you have the most disappointing and controversial update ever to come out of Clash of Clans, and then just a few weeks later, a brand new game is released. Hey, here it is! Clash Royale is here. Check it out. It's amazing, it's different, it's fun. And of course, nobody is going to be eager to take a look at that when they're so upset at Clash of Clans. It's kind of like going to a nice dinner. They bring you out your main course and it's spoiled. The steak has gone bad, you send it back, and instead they bring you out dessert. And they're like, here's dessert, try this. Well, your stomach's already turned from the main dish, and you're definitely not going to be eating that dessert. And so I can't blame people for being upset and just refusing to even take a look at, unfortunately, what looks like a fun game. But that I am going to leave for people to decide at some point in the future. I am not trying to tell you what to think of that game. Play it if you like, don't play it if you like. Obviously, it's in limited release, it's in beta right now, so the vast majority of people can't even play it if they want to, which probably serves to further frustrate people. But here's the thing about the way Supercell works, and now people are going to choose to believe this or not, but I do know this is a fact, and that is, this game Clash Royale was planned out for months before the Town Hall 11 update dropped. So this January 4th release date has been written down for a long time, and probably, well, I don't know if it could have been put off or not, but it seems like the best thing would have been to try to put it off. But unfortunately, the way the teams at Supercell work, they are autonomous from each other. There's no control and very little communication apparently between the two teams, because obviously Clash of Clans team dealing with a lightning storm right now, and Clash Royale super excited to put out this game they've worked so hard on. Some of the developers said this game had been in production since 2011, and they cannot be happy to have such a large group of players, of potential players, that are so upset at Clash of Clans and the way it stands that they might not even be willing to take a look at Clash Royale. But hey, what's done is done. It's out there now and there's no going back. So where do you go from here? Well, in my book, you've got to reinstate the 100% league bonus for winning an attack. That just absolutely has to happen. There's got to be some sort of injection of loot back into the game right now to help people, especially farmers at Town Hall 10 and 11, struggling so hard with these elaborate, lengthy training and expensive armies that they have to train up in order to try to get loot. It's made progressing once you hit Town Hall 10 so slow. But even more importantly, if there were just some communication, if there were some sort of feedback to the players that said, hey, we understand your frustration, we know that you're upset, and we're working on loot rebalancing, we're working on something, give us a bone here, let us know that maybe you're trying to fix what's broken in Clan War, that you're trying to fix the incessant clouds that obviously the update did not repair, or you're trying to do something again to help inject a little bit of loot back into the system. League bonuses are a start, but I feel like there's much more that needs to be done. And now part of this rant is me being angry with myself. I have to apologize to my social media followers. I did put out a tweet yesterday that said I was very excited for some big news that was coming soon. And obviously, with the climate in the Clash of Clans community right now, that tweet was totally taken to mean that there were positive changes for Clash, so when people didn't see that, they were disappointed, they were frustrated, they were angry, they wanted to hang me, burn me in effigy, whatever. And again, I apologize, that was insensitive, that was the wrong thing to say, and I probably should have just left it alone. Not that it would lessen the blow, because again, this was the worst possible timing that Supercell could have had for this, to have this game released right on the heels of the Town Hall 11 update and lack of communication, feedback, or any positive change post-update. And the last thing I am doing is making an excuse for Supercell. There is no excuse for the way this happened. This should not have happened, and I just have to tell you, that's the way it is. I have always based my channel upon being honest with my viewers, being true to myself and true to the game, and that is where I'm going to continue. And I tell you right now, if these clouds don't let up, the quest to number 1, forget it. I am not going to continue to sit in the clouds for 8 to 10 hours and stare at this screen. I don't know what I'll do, but it's not going to be that. I'm going to have to find something else to do. Maybe I'll go back and farm Town Hall 9 to max. I will start a new Road to series over there. I don't know. You guys let me know what you'd like to see. And again, let Supercell know, because they are the ones that are going to make a change if any change is made. I cannot be the voice for the entire community. I am just one person, and I can tell them what I hear, but having 10,000 or 100,000 or 1,000,000 people tell them loudly how they feel, that is going to affect change. That is what changes anything in life and in business. So that I'm going to have to leave up to you guys. So thanks for listening. I hope this cleared the air a little bit. Feel free to leave your comments down below. You know I always read them, like it or not. And I do appreciate every single one of you guys. I do hope that 2016 is going to be a better year for Clash, for the Clash community. I'd like to see everybody come together. I want to see YouTubers get along. I've done my best to make sure that there are no misunderstandings in that regard. And again, just hoping to have a better 2016. Thank you guys for listening to me. And here's the thing, I am an eternal optimist. Those who know me in real life know that I always look at the bright side. The cup is always half full for me. I am going to go back to making Clash of Clans videos just like I've done every day for the past 2 years. I started this channel because I loved Clash of Clans, and I will continue to play Clash as long as I'm enjoying it, but I will also be adding new games in 2016. Let me know what else you would like to see. I'd like to try all sorts of games. Nobody plays just one video game. Let's play a few different video games. Let's have a better new year, and I hope to see you all back here again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon! Well, that wasn't the most depressing thing I've ever heard. You're a bit of a downer, Galadon.